Voters step out with pit bull. Pit bull is a kind of dog. Despite police ban on dog, other pets at polling unit. So, so despite that, police has banned people from bringing their pets, their dogs, and other things to the polling unit. Some voters came out today with their dogs during the governorship election in Lagos. Okay, and if you go down, you see that most people came out with their dogs to protect themselves because thugs were all over the place with guns and with several things, and so some people had to take their security into by their hands to help themselves. So some people have, defied that ban and came out with their pit bulls to manage themselves and manage their polling unit as well, because there were no security agencies, there were no security personnel to support, and the thugs had a field day today in Lagos State. Quite unfortunate. The young man who was out to cast his vote with a pit bull warned political thugs not to cause violence at the polling unit, meaning that this guy came with his pit bull, his own dog, not only to protect himself, but to protect other voters at the polling unit. And he warned thugs not to do anything violent at the polling unit, otherwise he will leave the dog to battle them. Okay? So a photo has surfaced online of an electorate heading to the polling unit with a pit bull for the governorship and House of Assembly election, despite a police ban on the use of dogs and other pets at the polling unit. This is coming as political thugs threaten voters in Lagos State, and that is it. So the police is banning the use of pets and dogs at polling unit, but they are not able to manage the issue of thugs, electoral violence, and election suppression that is taking place at all levels with impunity. They didn't see anything around that. Okay, they didn't see anything. But banning dogs, they can ban dogs. God will punish anybody that is punishing people in this country. It's quite unfortunate. God will punish anybody that is punishing people in this country, from the leadership, from top to bottom. That is it. So this man, earlier this month, Police High Command banned the use of pets, especially dogs, at the polling unit on election day, saying such an act runs contrary to the provisions of the Electoral Act of 2022 as amended. So, so the use of dogs, they can understand that it's Electoral Act. But all other parts of the Electoral Act that governs conducting free and fair election, they don't see all those ones. Transmitting votes electronically to the IRF portal is within the Electoral Act, but they refuse to obey it, and it's not a problem. Meanwhile, some judges are coming out to say that the INEC is at liberty and can choose any method they want to use to transmit the election result from the polling unit to the national IRF portal. Okay, but when it comes to small man at a small level to do what is needful, they will know that there's Electoral Act. God will punish these people. But a young man who was out to cast his vote shared a photo of himself posing with a pit bull in the Oshodi area of Lagos State. So this thing happened in Oshodi area of Lagos State. Okay. Of course, this is actually the stronghold of MC Oluomo. Because MC Oluomo used to hold Oshodi Solo area to ransom. You understand? So this thing happened today at Oshodi Solo area. He also issued a warning to thugs, writing situation report, pitbull on standby at Oshodi. Any thug that tries to misbehave at any polling unit today will have himself to blame. That is the guy. And people hailed him so much. People hailed him so much for doing that. So if police are serious, they should focus more on those idiot thugs sent to cause violence. That is true. Don't mind them. They are zombies. Somebody say for this personal security against APC thugs, and that is true. This is for his personal security against APC thugs. Yes, now if they try nonsense, bite their father. Oh boy, carry go. Police don't already they compromise. Of course, police is already compromised. Police is already compromised. Police is already compromised. So police should forget that nonsense ban. If you have bulldog, go with it and secure yourself. Thugs are ready in this election. That is true. So people have come out with their dogs and they're going to help themselves. Okay? So let these people go and sleep. Understand? Let them go and sleep. You can't put everybody in the arm's way. You say security agencies should be available, but unfortunately they are not. On another instance, we also have a situation where another resident unleashed dogs on thugs at Lagos police unit. Okay, and this time around Ago Palace area. Okay, the first one actually happened around Oshodi. This one now happened around Ago Palace area, the same Lagos. Okay, Ago Palace in Lagos is currently under tension as residents unleash their dogs to chase away political thugs suspected to be loyal to the ruling All Progressive Congress APC party. Okay. Also, police have shot one of the suspected thugs dead. So there's a controversy here. Some say police shot him down. Some say the voters actually knocked the thug down. Yeah. This day gathered that the Ago Palace residents stood their ground to vote for the candidate of their choice, while a police van filled with armed officers was seen driving off the thugs. Shot was left behind, gasping for breath on the ground. Okay. So that is what happened at the Go Palace area. They came out and they stood their ground. That is actually a very stronghold area of most non-natives in Lagos. Okay, they stood their ground, and people released their dogs to make sure that they chase the thugs away. And along the line too, the police came in their vans and then chasing the thugs away as well. And in the process of chasing the thugs away, they shot one down, and that was left on the ground gasping for air, meaning that he will obviously pass out when he's done with the air within his lungs. That is terrible. Okay, that Togre is now a key thing in Lagos State. Some say it is so because because of Jagaban Tinubu, don't you know him? Everything is by force. That is how he will rule as Agbero president. God forbid. Somebody is still trying to support them, saying you will die before Tinubu and the Sanwo-Olu inauguration. Shame on you. Asiwaju is our next president. Can you imagine? Asiwaju is your next president. No problem. APC is losing Lagos already. How is he losing Lagos? Because already they didn't allow non-natives to vote, and they are not transmitting the result to RF portal by themselves. They're going to take everything to REC Center in Lagos, Resident Electoral Center or National Collation Center in Lagos. It's quite unfortunate. Someone said, now, wow, this is the most violent election day in Lagos State areas since beginning of democracy. That is true. And like security agencies are now enemies of the masses. They are the ones working against the masses in favor of a privileged few. Well, God will judge you. It's quite unfortunate. Somebody say, read well before you comment or speak the help of interpreter or seek the help of interpreter. Can you imagine? I was just passing by before I decided to check on you, my good neighbor. Can you imagine? What is reading well here now? It's quite unfortunate. Somebody say, now it's not Igbo and Yoruba again, evil-hearted people. Igbo is just fighting for their choice, not by tribe, idiotic and nonchalant Mosumoto Modokatus people. Can you imagine? So it's quite unfortunate that Nigeria is in this mess. Again, I repeat, but Nigeria is not in any way going to get better. It's obvious, quite obvious. So this is what has happened in Lagos today. Most residents unleashed their dogs, came out with their dogs to the polling unit. We have a special case of Oshodi and that of Ago Palace area where people brought out their dogs to help themselves, to secure themselves against APC thugs and to chase thugs away. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment. That is how things have degenerated into in Lagos.